glory, Father. Take glory, Son. Take glory, Holy Ghost, now and forevermore.
Take glory, Father.
Take glory,
Father. You are welcome once again. The word of God today is not what I'm saying. Because I love preambles. I don't know, maybe you have ever seen one. We call something. Okay, everybody must know that. In those days, we have crossword puzzles. You know those crossword puzzles? Have you ever done one before? What about, which other puzzles do you know? Snake and, which one again? Picture puzzles, Scrabbles, Jigsaws. Yes, I love that one. Jigsaws, puzzle. Children, which our puzzles do you know? You're not talking. Then I will send you back to children class. Which our puzzles do you know? Monopoly, Sudoku, yes, Sudoku puzzles. Ludo is not a puzzle, it's a game. It's a game. When you talk about Scrabble, when you talk about a puzzle, it's something that is an enigma, a puzzle, a mystery, somebody that is a problem, which you have to unlock. Are you getting what I'm saying? It's a kind of mysterious thing. They say, okay, the answer is there, but you have to unlock it. And it calls for what? Very high IQ. You must be very, it tests it's not an ordinary game. It tests your level of intelligence. So if you are intelligent, we give you puzzle. Oh yeah, unravel this puzzle. So something to be unraveled. I'm going to talk about puzzles today. The puzzles that we want to unravel. There are so many puzzles that man has tried to unravel from the time of creation. And I will tell you one of my own experience today. Somebody gave me, we used to play with it. Then a friend just brought it one day, and then I wanted to fix it. Do you know this cock picture puzzle? The cock. You push it. Have you ever tried it? You know, you scatter it. Then they say you should arrange it. And they give you time. The person will make sure everything is scattered. You see, the head is here, the leg is there, the feather is here. Then you start you shift it here, push it here, push it here, push it there, push it here, push it here, push it there. At times you have to scatter it to arrange it. So I got to a point. I've done it to I think this part is fixed. Then I saw where the neck was, but I don't know how to fix the neck. I push and I push and I push. You know, when you get this type of puzzle, you get to a point that you drop it. You drop it. Just one small thing to unlock the mysteries. To unlock the puzzle, just one thing left. But you push it here, and you don't want to disorganize the one you have set before. Because in this quest for the solution to fix the one that is not fixed, you have to scatter the one that you have fixed again. I think you understand what I'm saying. And then it will come back to square one again. You start all over. Then when you are discouraged or confused, what do? You throw it aside. And you want to refresh my mind, you go and sleep. That's the way life is. You arrange and arrange and arrange and arrange, and just one small thing to fix it up. It's not just coming up. Moses was telling them in the book of Deuteronomy chapter 30, he said, it's not in heaven. We will have sent somebody to go to heaven to bring it. He said the word. You see, most of what you want is not in heaven. No. The solution to your problem are on planet Earth. Everything you ever want are here on planet Earth. If they are never, we will send somebody, let us have a meeting and send somebody to go and bring it. I say, Padeni, but can you call Lord? There was a time in the ancient days when they said there was a famine and there was no rain. Then there was a meeting and they sent who? The vulture. When he go back, take it to heaven. Go and appease the spirits. But the solution to your problem are not in heaven. But every time you look up to heaven. So life is a puzzle that has been given unto you to unravel here. And the level of your intelligence determines how long it takes you to unravel the mysteries surrounding your life. Somebody asked me a question about, I think last week. That in the spirit realm, apart from medical something, what's the cause of depression? So many people are depressed. Without thinking, I just answered because there's always a ready-made answer for everything. Our failure to get what we want when we fail to get what we want, or when we have what we don't want, when you have what you don't want, or you want something and you are struggling to acquire and you cannot get what you want, or when you lose what is dear to you, all these things, these three things will lead to frustrations, and your frustration will lead you to depression. When you lose what you love so much, or once you want something and you cannot get it, you don't get what you want. And when you have what you don't want, every time you see what you don't want, your spirit is what? Is first. You are surrounded by things you don't want. And things you want are there and you cannot access them. You will get depressed. You feel that nobody understands you. I want to talk to this man, but I feel he doesn't understand what I'm passing through. Some might say that you don't understand. Okay, praise the Lord. Somebody, I read something somewhere in a class. The teacher was asking the student, what do you want to be in future? This one said, I want to be a medical doctor. This one said, an astronaut. An astronaut. Those who go to space. This one says, I want to be an accountant like my husband. This one says, I want to be a lawyer. This one says, I want to be a doctor. Praise the Lord. Then they just asked one boy, they said, what do you want to be when you are happy? He said, I want to be, when you are older, when you are growing, he said, I want to be happy. We are talking about what do you want to be in life. When you are older, he said, I want to be happy. They said, we are talking about, they said, you don't understand the question. And then he said, you don't understand life. You say, I don't understand the question, but I do understand the question, but you don't understand life. So understanding life is not about what you want to be, what you want to be, what you want to be. If you be what you want to be and you are not happy, well then what is the essence of being what you want to be? So the essence of life is what? Is being happy. So once you are not happy, you are frustrated and you'll be depressed. Now let us go to the time of creation. Are you with me? Yes, Moses. Okay, let me start from Moses. Let me not start from Moses. Let me start from Adam. He had a chair. Eh? During his time, Adam had a chair, a table, a bed, a cloth, a microphone, a clock, a watch. Why people say no, 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 no? He has what? Okay, what happens to him during winter? No, no, no. Let's go to the time of creation. What happens to him during winter? Only God knows. Not only God knows. Not only God knows. And who again? And himself. And those who were there, Adam knew what happened. So now most of you were like this. But what was it? How did he cope? You know, we have this, what do they call them? Old Stone Age. You know, we have the Old Stone Age, the New Stone Age, the Iron Age. You see, we have different type of ages. They are kind of generation. The generation that discover fire. With what? With stone. Okay, every discovery that you see now, including the cameras, the microphone, the laptop, the Android, and all those technologies you see today, where were they during the time of Adam? Eh? Now you are talking about discover. What is discovery? What is discovery? What is discover? Something that is covered has to be uncovered. To discover is that something is covered. Life is a mystery. Everything you want is here, buried under the sea, buried in the soil. So God has placed man here. Search for everything. Everything you need to live a good life is here. But I will not show you. That's the problem between Africa and Europe. We are waiting for God to come and tell us where it is. God is waiting for you to unlock the mysteries. Okay. The gasoline. What do you call it here? We call it petrol in Nigeria. You know gasoline? You know gasoline. The diesel and everything. You know the depth where they were discovered? How will you move your car? How will you move from Nigeria to this place without those things? Okay, how many elements do you have? How many elements? Students, how many elements do you have? Elements. You don't do chemistry. How many elements do you have? Physics, chemistry. Huh? You say what? How many elements do you have? It says 118. Oh, do you know, I don't know how you call him here, Marie Curie. Curie, you know the scientist, the husband and wife? Oh. Okay, let's not go into science. You see, these elements were discovered. Okay, what is bronze? Let me just talk about bronze. Bronze. Is there a metal called bronze on earth? Is it what? A mixture of what and what? As an alloy. Why do we make an alloy? To make it what? Stronger. Why do we cross-pollinate? Why do we cross-mate animals? You see, most of these things, God has placed us here. The aeroplane, when Adam was here, was buried in the belly of the earth. The cars you ride now was buried in the belly of the earth. Everything buried. God didn't put anything on the surface. So the deeper you are able to search, the better your own generation will be. So every generation that can unravel the mysteries buried in the belly of the earth. No scientist created anything. All they had was what? The raw materials. They took from the raw materials and they were able to use what? Wisdom to fashion something out of it. Now everybody wants to look beautiful. Look at your wrist watches. Beauty, correct it. Do you think about those who manufacture this thing? You just buy them and use them. You are consumers. You just want to consume. You don't even care about the source of those things. You don't want to know where they come from. You just want to get money. You want to acquire them. And then you want to use them for what? Commended and fashion mended. That's what you are interested in. But some people will continue to be, that's why the rich are still ruling over the poor. Because the poor will take all they've gotten and they'll give to the rich. And the rich is becoming richer. Because the rich is producing services for you. Everything you want. Very soon, iPhone 10 will come out. And you go and queue up. You go and queue up to go and buy it. And everything was buried. Everything to heal man, every sickness is on this earth. Did you see any leaf dropping from heaven? But this one uses for. Have you ever seen any medicine dropping from heaven? Anything they've not discovered, either cure for cancer or anything, is because man has not gotten to that point. We continue to do what? To search. So some developed countries used to afford billions of dollars for what? Research work. Cancer research. Yesterday, over $200 billion contract was signed between America and Saudi Arabia. And over 100 billion is just what? Arms and ammunitions. To do what? Okay, if the Saudi Arabians can manufacture this, will they go and meet the Americans? So now, we have the oil. We'll be giving you oil. You're giving us arms. Life is about exchange. If you don't have what to offer life, life has got nothing to offer you. You must put something down. When you say a country's economy is in recession, we have what we call balance of trade in accounting. If there's no balance of trade, I'm trading, this is America, this is Nigeria. I cannot manufacture for a car for him to buy. America will never buy a Nigerian car. I have not developed a gun for him to buy. So what do I have to give him? All that Africa has got to give is raw materials. And God, being faithful, has never left a nation without something. If most of these raw materials are not in Africa, do you think Africa will not be relevant? The black continent. And what has made us relevant in the Committee of Nations is because of the raw materials. If cocoa can germinate in Europe, nobody will go to West Africa to get cocoa again. Then we have our chocolate here. But God has made it in such a way that take it to another place. It is here I have planted cocoa. To make those nations relevant, because you will never get to the level of their technology. So for you to be relevant, you have to get some raw material to service them. Where will Nigeria be? You know, in those days, we had this balance of trade, and the economy was buoyant. Very buoyant, because we had the granite pyramid in Kano. We know, every region knows what it produces. Look at coffee, rubber plantation, coffee, cocoa. Where are they now? Atare, this alligator pepper. We used to plant everything. But my people left the villages, they left everything farming. And everybody wants to come and consume in the town. The villages are deserted. So what can make us relevant is if we can produce the raw material. Now we cannot produce car. We can't produce matches. We can't produce phone. And you have to buy everything from abroad. And you cannot spend your naira abroad. You have to give them their own money. And if there's no balance of trade, if they didn't buy oil for you and give you dollar, why do you get dollar? Will you print dollar in your country? There can be no balance of trade. And such nation will going to be backward. So the world is a mystery. Under the soil in Nigeria, there are so many things that we have never discovered. Don't you know we have gold in Nigeria? Many people are not even interested because you have to waste money before you find money. You have to waste money to find money. You have to spend money to get money. If you don't, by the time you search this place for gold and you didn't see, you move. You must have spent millions. But mind you, while you are searching for gold, if you don't see gold, you might see other metals there. But my people are too lazy. We cook food, we cannot even put it in our mouth. There was a case of a man who bought a land and found that on the land he found what? Gold. And you know what happened? The owner of the land wanted to buy gold. So he sold the land because he wanted to buy gold. And the man who bought it came to the land and found gold, and the land became a gold mine. So that's the way life is. Everything you want, let me tell you, if you want a husband, your husband is not in heaven. Okay, is your husband in heaven? Then why are you looking up to heaven? You want a car, is your car in heaven? You want a house, is it in heaven? Everything is here. We are confused. It's a puzzle that we are trying to unravel. We are pushing, but the more we push, the more we disorganize it. And this puzzle has gotten some of us to the point of what? Frustration. We are angry with ourselves. Don't you know we are angry with ourselves? Which type of word is this that have come? Since you have been looking up to heaven, sometimes I say, God, is your project. Let money come. Money will never come from heaven. No. If you have ever seen it, where money has fallen from heaven, please let me know the place. If money will not fall from heaven. Why? Man created money, not God. Money is man's creation. It's the creation of man. Things that God created, you can talk about gold and all those things. And those things, God created them so that you can use them to do what? As a medium of exchange. You better search. Everything is here. Don't wait till you get to heaven. Some of us want to get to heaven before we enjoy life. My people, they suffer. Suffer for what? Enjoy for heaven. Allahu Akbar. Suffer for what? You go enjoy for heaven. Why are you suffering on earth? Why earth is filled with all the goodness you can ever think of? Overflowing blessings. Most of those wealthy people you see today, they were never born in wealth. Go and search. But something happened, and there was a turning point in their life. So when will you get to that? You see, until you are rejected, until you are frustrated to the point that you too, you start to think, let the challenges before you move you to the next level and let it not frustrate you. Some of us are giving up because we don't even know what to do next. We are looking for answers where there are no answers. All the answers spiritually that you want is here, not in heaven. Every spiritual solution is here. Just push. But we cannot search. Even reading the Bible. I don't know, maybe 10 of us in this church have ever read the whole Bible. People are looking for faster way to get things done. We are not that patient any longer. But there are so many puzzles that our spiritual ancestors have always tried to unravel spiritually as well. Now I've talked about the physical and the secular world. But spiritually, there are so many mysteries our ancestors are trying to unravel too. If we talk about the man that should experience depression, someone like Abraham. Among the multitude of nations in the world, Abraham was the man that was upright and working with who? With God. That one that God himself has called and chosen. And those who didn't know God were giving birth to 10 children, 15 children, 20 children. And he has none. If you were Abraham, how will you feel? You're working with God. And you believe God owns everything. He's mightier, he's stronger, he's bigger, he's richer. But all people around you, they have children. And every time you ask God, where's mine? You say, wait. But who are not worshiping you, they have children. But do they have to worship God to have children? It's the law. It's an established law. So either they worship me or don't, they will give birth to children. So by the time you now start to interpret that because they have it, is it because they are better than, it's not because they are better than you. They are not better. And to add salt to his injury, God told him to go and pray for somebody to get pregnant. And Abraham prayed for Abimelech, and the wife conceived. And then you have a problem, and God said, go and pray for the same person, and the person will be healed. You ask, Lord, tell me one call. Irete mi nko Olódùmarè, Elédùmarè, ayọ̀ tèmi nko Elédùmarè, Elédùmarè, ó fún Hánà lọ́mọ, ó ṣoore fún Jábésì, irete mi nko Olódùmarè, Olódùmarè, ó fún Hánà lọ́mọ, ó ṣoore fún Jábésì, irete mi nko Elédùmarè. Where is mine? So there are puzzles that people are trying to unravel. What's the essence of life? So most Christians are frustrated because they compare their lives with people who are non-Christians, who don't worship God. And by the time you stop this comparison, you are going to head up in depression. Or you stop worshiping God. Or you are not upright again because you look at their lives to compare your own life. That's what you are doing. You look at people who don't worship God, who don't even go to church, who don't spend 1 hour in the presence of the Lord. You see what they've acquired. And you are wondering why. Is there injustice with God? God, why are you doing this? Many people ask questions in the scripture. Habakkuk asked. David asked the same question. Job has the same question. Jeremiah has the same question. Why are the wicked, why are they prospering? And you know they are wicked. We know them, they are wicked. I will tell you one of the reasons today. Praise the Lord. Okay, give me Jeremiah chapter 12, verse 1 first. Jeremiah, sorry, give me Job 12:1. Give me verse 6. Verse 6 because of time. 12, 6. 6 because of time. Quickly. Is it there? I want us to read that. What did you see there? Those you know that they are what? Robbers. Defrauders. Fraudsters. They prosper. And you want to be what? Straightforward and upright. That's you are, and then you're having problem. Won't you like to join them? By the time you go and meet them, going, please, can I get 1,000 loan there? You are telling you to come and join. You say, shush. See your shush. You are going to church. What do you have now? He said, Job was answering, the tabernacle of robbers are prospering. And they that provoke God are secured. Into whose hand God bringeth what? They are so abundant. They have so much. Give me chapter 21, verse 7. So these are some of the mysteries that you are still asking today. There are some of the puzzles that you are still asking God today. Why? Is there injustice with God? Don't smoke. Don't commit adultery. Don't drink. Don't do this. Don't do that. After you have kept everything, and you see those who are doing everything they say you should not do, and then you compare their life with yours, you have questions to ask God. You certainly have questions to ask God. And it's not wrong to ask questions. Those before you, they've asked the same questions. Why? Are these things like this? Wherefore do the wicked live, become old? Some of them even become old. He said, yeah, and now what? Why? Why are these things happening like this? David told us something. The moment you start to compare yourself with those who are not worshiping God, you will sleep and you fall. You fall. They are not the standard with which you should judge your relationship with God. You are using them as a standard to judge your relationship with God. Let me die. It's better. Because they want to use that to win you over. The devil and Christ on planet Earth, who enjoyed most? When Christ was here, the devil and Jesus on planet Earth, who enjoyed most? Is it not with his own territory? His children will enjoy most here. So before you get whatever you are going to go, God will use his own fatal power to give it to you. Because they don't want to give you anything. They know you don't belong here. So why do you want to partake of what? Atipology now. He said you are foreigners here. They belong here. All their life is what? Is here. You are not going to the same place. Every Christian that got something, God uses veto power to get it for them. Because the children of the world will never want you to share in their kingdom's treasures. Because you have your own treasure and they will never share of it. You have your own treasure. I think you want to go there. Jesus knew he had his own treasure. He said, where your heart is, where your treasure is, there with your treasure, where your heart be. Those who are earthly, their treasures are what? On earth. And their heart is where? Earthly. Those who have their treasure in heaven, every day they want to put something there and say, I'm going home one day. They know they are going home one day. But those who are here, let's enjoy ourselves. Tomorrow we do what? We die. They have no hope. I'm not hopeless. So, let me tell you, at times, well, there's one ministry I don't like so much is the ministry of deliverance. The more deliverance you do, the more lack of money you will be. You will lack money. Why? Because every one of them, the devil will go and block them. Because there are so many things you don't understand spiritually. The devil is the prince of this world. Even he came to scrutinize Jesus. He said, the prince of this world came to search. If he sees his thing in your care, you are in soup. If you just say search him, once they search and they see, he said, the prince of this world cometh. By the time he finds his own thing, you are not going to heaven, no. So Job was asking a question. That man was upright. That man was righteous. The scripture says that. But why was he having this problem? You are having a problem because of your uprightness. You are having a problem because you are a child of God. And you have your own father's treasure somewhere. The next verse, quickly, because of time. Verse 8, quickly, please. Their seed is what? And what? You manage this company. You manage this company. You manage this company. Which company have they given you to manage here? And their offspring before their eyes. The next verse. Their houses are what? From fear. Neither is the wrath of God upon them. Some of them are not even sick. And they are stinkingly rich. There are people who don't know what to do with money. But they will never give you a church. Yes. So, it is what your God gives to you that you give your God. This man, Procter & Gamble, he said it, that he paid his own tithe to the devil. The devil paid their tithe to the devil. Yes, they are like that. Some people, some of them are gay, some of them are this, and they do it. That's what the devil wants them to do, and he's paying them back. And then you judge your own life with them, and then you start to cry. I've been serving God. Are you serving God because of worldly things? You better stop serving him. Not serving God because he said God knows. He said your Father in heaven knows that you need those things. He said seek ye the kingdom of the Father. All those things that you need shall be added to you. Then what do you seek? Every day you look at your friend who is not a Christian. What's your problem with him? Is that a standard with which you judge your life? Comparison? Many are falling because they are comparing themselves with those who don't come to church. With those that you know that are fornicators, adulterers, idolatries, drunkards, Bentley car, 5 car. You see their mansion. I would damn me no. God. Allah say well I should sing. Allah mboloju. Mboloju rewa. Because you have never seen your own father's mansion. You have never seen your mansion. Let God open your eyes, and when you see your own mansion, you will know that your case is better than theirs. Yours is permanent. Theirs is what? It's temporary. So that's why you have to struggle, because you are going somewhere. My father's mansion has been prepared. God has given you your own portion. Let me tell you something today. Let's be sincere. Who was richer? Let's be sincere. When they were compared, Jacob and Esau, who was richer? When they met, who was richer? Esau. Who got the blessing? The problem with you is that you are using worldly things to judge godly blessings. To we men, Esau was richer, was better. But to God, Jacob was better. We are looking at what they have acquired. But the covenant is with who? Jacob. Let me tell you the secret. I don't know how they will find this, what do they call Israel? Children of Noah, we have Ham, the Shemites. Do you know the Shemites? Who do they call the Shemites? Shem. Jews are Shem. Jewish. Okay. Abraham came from where? From Syria. Mesopotamia was Syria. Abraham gave birth to who? Isaac and who? Ishmael. Which became two religions. Am I right? But God had covenant with who? But when you look at the world today, the children of Ishmael and the children of who is richer? Let me tell you, they have their portion here. He has his own portion there. Esau has his own portion here. Jacob had his own portion there. So, you see, by the time you understand the mysteries of God, so if you want to belong here, please dissociate yourself with him. I'm telling you, then you do everything they will do. And then you get everything they have. But don't talk about that place again. It is no longer your portion. It's a matter of choice. So, Bishop. No, you just have to know where you belong. Am I worshiping God because of money? If it is yes, you better don't. Once God sees that you are worshiping, he said you cannot worship God and what? Mammon. Mammon is an idol, and mammon is riches. He said he's going to give you everything, but he wants to see your mind, your sincerity of worship. Are you worshiping me out of love or out of necessity to get something? Some people are worshiping God to get something out of God. Some people the rich are worshiping God because they don't want to die. What's the reason why you are worshiping him? Are you just worshiping him because he's just God? Give me the next verse. Give me the next verse quickly before we round it up. Verse. Their bull gathereth and faileth not. You see? Their business, their bull is their business. He said there's no crisis, no problem. They flourish in business. Their cow calves and casted not her. Their children did not die. Their business did not die. That's the meaning of that. Next verse, quickly. They send forth their little ones like a flock, and their children do what? They can wear pants on stage. Then you call them names, and then you go on to copy them. Because that is what you use to judge your own life as well. Because you don't know where you belong. Some of you are neither here nor there. Because you don't understand Christianity. You are not in the world, you are not in heaven. You don't belong to the light, you don't belong to darkness. Then you are standing like this. He said, he who suffer with him will reign with him. But we just don't want to test anything. Jeremiah was called at a very tender age, if you know his experience. They sent for their little ones. Okay, they take their timbrel and what? And harp and rejoice at the sound of the organs. They call people to come and sing for them. They enjoy themselves. But they know it, and the devil knows that. Enjoy whatever you want to enjoy here, because all like a cafe. There's no tomorrow for you. The next verse. They spend their days in what? And in what? After everything, what will happen? They have to go down. Give me Psalm 73 before we round up with Jeremiah. Psalm 73. Start from verse 3, 73, or verse 5. Start from verse 5, let me see. No, start from 3. For I was envious at what? Fools. Who say there is no God? Who don't worship God? The fools say there is no God. There's no God. What do you need God for? Ask him, why are you praying for? You have money. You have a house. Why do you have to bother the old man there? Leave the old man alone. For I was envious. Please stop being envious of their lifestyle, of their plane, of their jet. If you need it, God will give it to you. I'm telling you that. If you need it, not if you want it. If you need it, if there's need for it, God will give it to you. But do not let that be your priority. When I saw the prosperity of the wicked, you start condemning yourself, you start cursing yourself. Because of what? The comparison. You look at their clothes, but wow. Stop that. If not, you will deviate. You will get derailed. You will lose your focus. The eyes of Christ was where? The treasure and the crown that was laid before him. You are not going to the same place. The person you are looking, you are not going to the same place. You don't come from the same source. And you don't have the same master. Even if they go to church, you know you don't have the same master. I don't want to know ROSAC now. And they have their own special chair. Want to compare your own Christianity with them? And people say their stomach is their God. They want to fill it up with whatever they want. I was envious at the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked. Quickly, verse 4. For there are no bounds in their death, no pain. But their strength is what? Is firm. They are not in trouble as others are. Neither are they what? Plagued like other men. The next verse. Therefore, pride. What happened to them? Pride. You going to church again? Okay. When you go to some people, you want to give, they say, you have to follow me to this place. If not, you are not giving money again. I think I told you to come. He said, you don't have to come. You don't have to come. You think I will be giving you money. You follow me. I'll give you money. So they are full of pride. About as a chain. Violence covered them as a garment. The next verse. Their eyes stand out with fatness. They have more. They have more than enough. This was David that was talking. He knew what he was saying. They are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning oppression. They speak what? Loftily. The next verse. They set their mouth against the heavens, against God. And their tongues walked through the earth. Therefore, his people return hither, and water of a full cup are wrung out of them. The next verse. And they say, how does God know? And is there knowledge in the Most High God? Is that God? If God has knowledge, we see now. He didn't see anything. He didn't see anything. Is there knowledge in God? They say God has no knowledge. God cannot see anything that we are doing. God sees. God knows. Behold, these are the ungodly who prosper in the world. They increase in what? In riches. They prosper in the world. And they are ungodly and they are wicked. That's why many people are joining them. Because God is not doing anything. God, you are not doing anything now. So it looks what? Attractive. But they are in their own world, in their own domain, they are in their own territory. They are citizens of the world. How do you compare a stranger with what? A citizen. Who will enjoy most? Who has the treasure? It's the citizen. Citizen will be considered first before they will give you. Unless God uses his fatal power. Every child of God in the scripture that has gotten anything, God used what? Uses his fatal power. I am the Almighty. Give it to him. Verily, I have cleansed my heart in vain. I don't know. I fasted. I prayed. Don't commit adultery. Don't do anything. I've done everything. So I've done it in vain. So that means David was doing it purposely to do what? To appease God and to get something from God. So in vain I've cleansed my heart. The more I cleanse my heart, the more the problem I have. Because they are angry because they know you want to take off their possession. That's why they will fight with you. And wash my hand in what? Innocency. I don't want to do that. So you are doing that. I don't want. We are going to make 2 million pounds. 2 million pounds. But what are we going to do? Blood. No, I'm a Christian. I'm a Christian. But you think God will kill them? God didn't kill them. They made 2 million and they are enjoying, and you are looking at them. Then one day you have a bill to pay. Say, please, can I just 300 pounds? You want to spend our money? They look at you, they laugh at you. So that was what David was doing, was comparing his life with theirs. The next verse. Quickly, next verse. For all the day long have I been plagued and chastened every morning. He said he has been what? Verse what? Verse 14. Read the Yoruba version. You will see what that means. All the day he has been doing what? 73:14. I want to round up. Every morning. He's been troubled. He's not having money and he's been troubled. Because let me tell you, the citizens don't want strangers to come and rule over them. And they know that your God can make you ruler over them. So, and they are trying to frustrate you even from worshiping that God before you become a king over them. Okay, the next verse, 15. If I say I will speak thus, behold, I should offend against the generation of their children. The next verse, 16. When I thought to know this, it was too painful for me. It was painful. That is the point of depression. What do you remember what depression, though? High blood pressure. When you start to think about this thing, your blood level will start to rise. And then your prayer level will start to go down. Don't you know the more you pray and you are not getting what you want, the more your prayer level will go down. So the prayer life of David was about to go down until I went into the sanctuary of God. Then what did David do? He went into the sanctuary of God. He went to the house of the Lord. Then I understood. Now that's why you have come here today. You have come to the sanctuary of the Lord to know that the end is not your end. Your end is not their end. It's the end that matters. He said, when I came into the sanctuary of God, I received the word of wisdom. I got the word of understanding and knowledge. I now see that my end is not like their end. So God is interested in why I eventually end my journey. So when I came into the sanctuary of God, I was enlightened. Then I stopped bothering myself again. I started bothering myself. I started my walk with God. Renew your walk with God. Renew your prayer with God. Renew your praises with God. They want you to stop to praise the Lord. So many people are not praising God again. You are just interested in prayers and you want to talk about your problems. Because you look at people around you who don't go to church. You are demoralized, depressed, frustrated. You felt neglected. Go give me Psalm 10 verse 1. He was asking, why are all these things happening? Why? Why standest thou far off, O Lord? Why hidest thou thy face in what? In times of trouble. You pray, God has hidden himself. God didn't hide himself, but you feel that what? He's hidden. You didn't see him. When you call him in time of trouble, you didn't see anything. You pray, you didn't see anything. David was worried like you. Jeremiah was worried like you. So the same thing, if you have questions, fine, thank you, it's a puzzle. Which we are trying to unravel the next verse. He said, the wicked in his pride doth persecute the poor. Let them be taken in the verse that they have imagined. The next verse. For the wicked boasted of his heart, desire and bless the covetous, whom the Lord abhorreth. He blessed the covetous that God hates. The wicked through the pride, the next verse. Okay. The wicked through the pride of his countenance will not seek after God. God is not in all his thought. He doesn't even think about God. I want you to read that Psalm 10 when you get to him. He talks about so many things. The next verse, before I move out of that place. His ways are always grievous. Their judgments are far above out of his sight. As for all his enemies, he puffeth at them. Let me round up. Give me Jeremiah chapter 12, verse 1. One verse there, then I go to Habakkuk and write it up because of time. So by the time you look at these things, when you get to the level, advanced level, when you get to advanced level, A levels. You know, when you are in the elementary class, one of my so by the time you get to the advanced level, let me tell you, let me give you this. Before you qualify to come to the Olympics, you must have qualified in your own country. You are the best, the fastest runner. But when you come to the bigger stage, I'm trying to tell you now, when you come to the bigger stage, you find that you are not. You know, they have the first heat, second heat, when they start to run. First one, Otijabo. And you are their nation best. A country of over almost 150 million. And your best time is 11.2 minutes. 11.2 seconds. So by the time you get to the world stage, while you are running 9 point something, you better go and eat your apple very well. Righteous art thou, O Lord, when I plead with thee. Yet let me talk with thee. Of that, Jeremiah was asking, let me talk with you, God. Let's sit down and talk now. Why is this thing like this? The same thing, chapter 20 of the same this thing. Why does the way of the wicked prosper? Wherefore are all they happy that deal very what? Treacherously. Who is talking here? With who? Let me talk to you. I can't see you, but I want to talk. These things are injustice here and there. Why? So the same questions you're asking now, that's the puzzle that many people before you have tried to unravel. So life itself is a puzzle. Spiritually is a puzzle. Physically is a puzzle. Then God says, the answer is here. Unravel it. Search for it. Habakkuk chapter 1 verse 13. And then I will invite our mommy to pray for you that it is not over until it is over. Everything you need, you shall not lack one. Amen. The Lord will say, we supply what? All your needs. According to what? His own riches. His own riches in glory. He will supply. So stop comparing yourself with your neighbor that has got mansion here. Just look at him. I don't envy anybody. If I need it, God will give it to me. And when I get there, I have my time, I have my season. God will give it to me. So why do I bother about you? Okay. Thou art of purer eyes than to behold evil, and cannot look on iniquity. Wherefore looketh thou upon them that did trustlessly and holdest their tongue, when the wicked devoured the man that is more righteous than he? As Habakkuk was asking God this question. Give me verse 16. Verse 16. Later on, he said, I will wait and see. I will wait. Verses. Therefore, they sacrifice unto their what? When somebody has gone to a fisherman who has gone to the river to catch fish. After he caught the fish, then he made his what? His net what? A god. And sacrificed to it. Because the net has helped him to do what? To catch fish. That is their own god. And burn incense unto their what? Their drag. Because by them their portion is what? Is fat. And their meat is what? Fools. Give me chapter 2 verse 1. Let me round it up there. 2 verse 1. 2:1. I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower, and will watch to see what he will say unto me. After he asked all the questions, he said, I will now see what God will say. Then what did God tell him? He said, rather than the vision, he said, it will come to pass. Stand up on your feet. Stand up. He said, write down what I told you. You can only get what I promised you. You can only get what is yours. He said, no man can get anything unless it's what? John chapter 3 verse 27. Given from heaven. Not by mind. Not by power. Because you get what belongs to you, I get what belongs to me. Julie belongs to you, God gave her to you. From Anambra to Lagos. To you from Ekiti to Ibadan to Lagos. You see how you get to each place, you don't even know. Do you know how you got here? No, it's one thing will lead to another thing, and then you find yourself where you find yourself. What God wants you to be, He will take you there. What God wants you to have, you will have it. Worship God in the beauty of His holiness. Remove every filthy things and worldly things from your heart and believe that God has destined me to be here, and He will give me everything that I need to survive here. Are you with me? Stand up on your feet. Let me pray for you.